Welcome, dear student. I hope previous session is understood by you. Today we are going to learn bill of exchange. Let's start with today's session with a person whose name is Mr. A. The other person whose name is Mr. B. Mr. A is having his shop. He is a seller. Mr. B want to purchase goods from Mr. A. That means he is a buyer. Mr. B is purchasing goods from Mr. A worth rupees 10,000 on cash basis. That means Mr. B want to purchase goods worth rupees 10,000 from Mr. A on cash basis. If a transaction is on a cash basis, there is no question of bill of exchange. But bill of exchange will come only in case of credit transaction. Now what is credit transaction? Suppose Mr. B doesn't have rupees 10,000, but then too he wants to purchase goods worth rupees 10,000 from Mr. A, and he is giving guarantee to Mr. A that after 3 months he will pay rupees 10,000 to Mr. A. Now Mr. A agreed that okay, after 3 months you pay rupees 10,000 to me. But if this is the oral agreement, then it is not a bill of exchange. Mr. A will write on a piece of paper stating that Mr. B is purchasing goods worth rupees 10,000 from me, that is from Mr. A, and he will make payment after 3 months. That piece of paper will be given to Mr. B. Mr. B will read it, and if he agree with it, he will sign on it. After signing by the buyer, that is known as a bill of exchange. That bill of exchange is given to Mr. A. Then after 3 months, he will demand that money from Mr. B, and in that position Mr. B should be in a position to pay rupees 10,000, because in that bill of exchange Mr. A has written that after 3 months you have to pay rupees 10,000. Now here in this example, two parties are there. One is seller, that is Mr. A. Another one is buyer, that is Mr. B. Now here in this example, Mr. A, that is seller, is nothing but a drawer. Mr. B, that is a buyer, he is nothing but a drawee. Now over here in bill of exchange, three parties are there: drawer, drawee, and the third person. Suppose Mr. C is there. Mr. A doesn't want his 10,000 rupees should be paid by Mr. B to him. In that case, suppose he is saying to Mr. B, don't give me this 10,000, but please give it to the Mr. C. Then this Mr. C becomes the payee. That means in bill of exchange there are three parties. First is a drawer, second one is a drawee, and the third one is payee. Moving further, in this slide I have given the same example and the explanation, which will help you to write down the notes. Moving further, simple definition of bill of exchange, which is given by Negotiable Instrument Act 1881. A bill of exchange is an instrument in writing containing an unconditional order signed by the maker, directing a certain person to pay a certain sum of money only to, or to the order of a certain person, or to the bearer of the instrument. Now here in this definition, it is clear. A bill of exchange is an instrument in writing. That means that instrument, that letter should be in writing. It should not be oral. And this written instrument, there should not be any condition. It should be unconditional. Means seller is not saying that when it will rain, you give me the money. When there will be the hot summer, you give me the money. That means he is not keeping any condition. It is unconditional order, and it should be signed by the maker. Maker of bill of exchange is nothing but the drawer, directing a person to pay a certain sum of money only to. Now here they are directing a certain person, that is to Mr. B, to pay a certain sum of money. In our example, the sum of money is nothing but rupees 10,000, or to the bearer of the instrument. That means if drawer doesn't want the money and he is giving instruction to drawee that please pay that amount to the third party instead of drawer, then that third party is known as a payee. Parties to a bill of exchange. There are three parties to bill of exchange. First one is a drawer, second one is drawee, and the third one is payee. Drawer. Drawer is the person who makes or draws the bill of exchange. Drawee. Drawee is the person on whom the bill is drawn. Payee. Payee is the person named in the bill of exchange to whom the amount is to be paid. Payee may be the drawer himself or a third person. Now the example which we have taken, in that three parties were there, Mr. A, Mr. B and Mr. C. Now over here Mr. A is a drawer because instrument, and the drawee on whom the bill has drawn, that is Mr. B, and the payee is nothing but the Mr. C. Moving further, features or characteristics of bill of exchange. First point, it must be in writing. Whenever any bill is drawn or bill is made, it should be in writing. Why it should be in writing? Because it is a proof with you. If after 3 months Mr. B is not ready to pay the money, then you have the proof with you that this is the agreement and signed by you, accepted by you, that you should make the payment. That's why it must be in writing. Second point, it should contain an unconditional order, not a request to pay a certain sum of money. Always, bill of exchange should contain an unconditional order. That means there should not be any condition. He is not saying that after 3 months give me the 10,000 rupees when there will be the heavy rain. Any condition should not be there. Means it should be unconditional. As well as he should not make a request, but he should give the order that you have purchased the goods from me, you have to pay me the money after certain duration. Third point, it must be signed by the maker. Here maker means drawer. Drawer is nothing but the seller. Seller is nothing but the creditor. That bill of exchange is drawn by the drawer and it should be signed by him. Fourth point, it must specify the definite amount to be paid. In bill of exchange, it should mention a definite amount. In our example, rupees 10,000. If they are mentioning more than 10,000 or less than 10,000, then there will be confusion while making the payment. That's why amount should be a definite amount. Fifth one, a bill of exchange must be dated. It should be in writing and there should be a date. Date should be mentioned because after 3 months they will calculate the maturity date, due date on which the payment of the bill should be given. Sixth one, the money must be payable to a person whose name is specified in it or to his order or to the bearer. Now in our example, Mr. A was a drawer and Mr. B is drawee. Drawee is supposed to make payment to the drawer, that is to Mr. A. But if Mr. A is mentioning in the bill of exchange that instead of me, please give this amount to Mr. C, that is to the payee, then Mr. B should make the payment to Mr. C. Seventh point, a proper stamp must be affixed on it. That means a bill of exchange should be affixed by a proper stamp. Eighth point, it must be accepted by the party on whom the bill is drawn. In our example, a drawer has drawn the bill, that is Mr. A. But if it is not accepted by Mr. B, that is by the buyer, then it is not a bill of exchange. It is not a valid bill of exchange. It should be accepted by the party on whom the bill is drawn, that is by the drawee. Before acceptance, bill of exchange is known as a draft. It is not a valid. After accepting it, it is known as a bill of exchange. And the last one, it must be clearly stated when the payment is to be made. That is, in our example, after 3 months, B is giving 10,000 rupees to Mr. A, that is to the drawer. It should be clearly stated. The maturity date should be calculated and on that particular date, drawee is supposed to make the payment to the drawer. Now over here, specimen of bill of exchange. It comes always in exam for the 5 marks. That is, draw the specimen of bill of exchange. Left side, you have to put the stamp. Below that, the amount in our example, that is the 10,000 rupees. Right side, the drawer name, his address and the date. And over here, whatever is the period, 3 months after date, pay to me, that is to drawer, or my order, the sum of rupees 10,000 only for the value received. Here Mr. B, that is drawee's name and the address, and over here drawer signature and name. It should be accepted. See over here, accepted is written and it is signed by Mr. B and he has put up the date also. That means the drawer has drawn this bill and it is accepted by drawee, then only it is known as a bill of exchange. I hope this topic is clear to you. Now assignment for you. Define bill of exchange. This definition comes in exam for 2 marks. Explain the parties to bill of exchange, that there are 3 parties: drawer, drawee and payee. And the last question, explain features or characteristics of bill of exchange. In question paper, if they are mentioning features or characteristics, your answer is going to remain the same. I hope you have understood the topic. Thank you.